What's going on
Okay then.
I'll cut you a deal.
We're
You buy us 90
pulling
million
back
credits
up
worth of
right where we
medicine,
left off.
and you can name the hospital whatever you want.
And
Now the
we
truth
just got
comes
done
out.
talking to
My
Thane.
job here is done.
Welcome back. This is the Solo Gamer, aka Matt Cat.
Welcome to
And gonna snag some metagel capacity from Serta, who amazingly is still in business. And then we're gonna go say hi to Ashley. Yes, scan the unarmored soldier who happens to have 1.5 pounds of cybernetics embedded in her.
I'd like an answer, Lieutenant Commander. The galaxy has need of exceptional soldiers like you, now more than ever.
Udina, I still couldn't trust
You'll have
him.
my answer soon, I promise.
I
I look forward
practically
to
wanted
it.
to throw him out the window half the time.
Shepard,
Douchebag.
Udina, I got your email. Made your decision yet?
On becoming a Specter? Not yet. It's an honor and all. But I don't know. I need to think about it some more.
It's a big decision. Smart to give it some thought. Here.
So here's Shepard and Ashley
You had
giving
some
a bit
downtime.
of
Thanks.
back and forth,
That's
and
sweet.
you bringing her a nice little present.
Climbing the walls.
Which, if you romanced her
doing?
previously, you can
Good,
actually
considering.
continue that
The
romance
nurse said you
here.
checked in on me
Me, I
earlier.
was just being nice.
Still out cold, I guess.
We didn't have time to talk. I thought maybe if you were up for it.
Yeah, time
I
to
wasn't
clear
sure
the
you
air.
wanted to. You were pretty clear on Mars about where things stood.
What do you mean?
You're not a part of Cerberus anymore. Case closed. Full stop.
It's the truth.
Okay. You cut all ties. I accept that. It's just that if you're giving the orders, I need to be able to count on you.
That works both ways. It's a damn mess out there. All we've got is the people around us. We have to trust each other or this doesn't work. Deal?
Deal.
When you're back on your feet, we'll talk some more.
Shepard, wait. There's one more thing. I wasn't sure if I should mention it.
What is it?
I have family back on Earth. I haven't heard from them. It's making me crazy. But I know you're busy, Shepard. We can talk later.
I've got time to talk.
Yeah, so... And
Who's back on Earth?
more or less
Mom
what's
plus
about
my
to
three
happen
sisters.
is I'm gonna
The youngest, Sarah,
run
was
through
away on her
the
honeymoon. Married a military man.
deal
Thomas.
here and get all the
He
info
got
from
called
Ashley.
back in and she
Basically,
stuck
it's a rehash of
She
info
called
she
me.
gave you in the original game
It's been pretty tough.
about her family,
I
her
imagine.
father, her
I
sisters, her
was
mom.
always there to protect them growing up.
Apparently,
Even
big
when I was
military
off on tour,
family,
they knew they
and
could talk to
she is like
I told her to come to the Citadel.
seriously the
We could wake
hardcore
rooms
sister.
together.
And now her
I'm here
family
for
is,
you
you
when I was
know,
a
in trouble
guest
from
at the
Earth, and she's
Alliance.
trying to get him on the
I
Citadel.
couldn't face you, even when Anderson requested my presence. It was difficult.
It's okay. We're both
It's funny, I can't
professionals.
help but look at her
More
every time they
important
put the
things to
camera on her
worry
and
about.
think,
You're
yeah,
right.
she still looks like
I'm
someone
just
beat her to
restless,
death.
laying here doing nothing.
I was like,
So
you
what's
figure with
all
all the
this
advanced
Lieutenant
technology in the
Commander
world,
business?
they'd have been
Seems
able to
like
do
the old
something
woman's
about
curse
that.
is losing its grip. Was sure I'd top out at gunnery, Chief.
You've worked hard. You deserve it.
I thought so too, until Eden Prime. Losing 212 was, well, you know.
Yeah,
It was the
I was
Reaper's
there.
Ash. You did the best you could, and survived to help us.
Just losing everyone under my command, it's tough to face. I'll never forget any of them.
Right
And
now, we
the
need you back
funny
on
thing
your
about it
feet.
is that
I'll be back.
one of the endings
first
for
order of
ME2
business
is
is to
exactly
shove
the
them
same
metal
scenario that
tentacles
she
right up there.
faced. You can
I
lose
mean,
every member of your squad
I'll
if you
fight with
screw
honor
up,
and courage, ma'am.
and
Roger that,
if you
Elsie.
do, you don't survive it. Because you will literally plummet to your death, and Joker
I
has
should
to
get back
escape
to
on
it.
his own.
Take care of yourself.
Will do, Commander.
I'll be back later, Ashley. And basically from here on in, you can, you know, wander around a little bit and check different things. And
Listen to me.
there's a number of secret little
need these
bonus
biotic
deals you
upgrades
can
to fight the
find in the
Reapers.
hospital, mostly involving poisons and medicines and whatnot. You know, exactly the crap you'd expect in a hospital. Poor soldier lost his leg.
You'll need a prosthetic.
I read later on after I'd beaten the game that there was a female soldier, an Asari, who you could find in this hospital who's suffering from PTSD. And it turns out she's suffering from it because she was at a farm where the family was attacked and overwhelmed by Reaper forces, and she and a little farm girl escaped, and the farm girl gets injured, and she has to kill her to keep herself alive because she won't stop crying from the pain. And if you probe deep enough and look into it, you find out it was Joker's family and sister. So it's like it's bad enough that you know, it's bad enough that you see the war up close, but it even in the side missions and little side quests, you get hit with it. Like I said, BioWare knows how to hit you where it hurts. All the freaking time.
Can't believe he did that. They were refugees. Damn, not like they had nothing to start with. Lost their homes, their loved ones. Swindled them out of what little they have left. Can't believe they won't let us stop.
Yeah, and there's cool little things you can find if you're a Specter, if you get your Specter Stats reinstated, where you can use that Specter Stats to do things to help people on the Citadel.
So much power before it shuts down, and we can't use the backup.
And that's another secret thingy going on there where
Bastards had us. Assholes.
and there's also a neat thing where if you're in certain levels, you can find those answers to questions you'll run into. But what I find very interesting is that even if you miss them, they'll show up in the Spectre requisition list and you can get them anyway. Arya Tuloke, James. Go talk to Arya. Apparently she's now here because she lost Omega to the elusive
So
man.
you admit you and your thugs are here illegally?
Yes, and it only took C-Sec 3 weeks to figure it out.
I don't care who you are. You're required to go through processing like all other refugees. Come with me.
I don't think so. Shirk, get me the Asari consular.
Uh-oh. Have you ever doubted that Arya had power?
Is there something you need?
I'm being asked to submit to immigration processing.
Of course you are. Done. What else can I do for you?
Nothing. Thank you.
My pleasure.
See,
think we're
she's
done
got
here.
the muscle. Even when she's away from her base of
Enjoyed the
operations,
show,
you do not
Shepard?
mess with Arya.
I guess there's one rule on the Citadel, huh? I guess so. I hate this place. So sickeningly uptight.
Yeah, she was
Then why are
so
you
the
here?
bad girl in the last game that it's hilarious to see her in the
Cerberus stole
Citadel.
Omega from me.
Yeah,
The
she
elusive
was
man
much
is
better suited to
literally at the
Omega.
Top of my shit list. You will pay for every second I've spent in this bureaucratic hellhole.
And now she's got
I've been
beef with the
Cerberus
elusive
before.
man.
Deceit, distraction, and a big fucking army. They lured me away from Omega and ambushed me. I escaped, but Cerberus had already laid siege. By the time I could launch an assault, they were too entrenched.
But she got
At
out
least you
alive
escaped
amazingly.
to fight another day. And that day is coming. I'll take Omega back, but I'll get to that. You're here because I have a proposition.
Ooh.
I'm listening. The way I see it, if you don't defeat the Reapers, we're all dead. Won't matter where I'm sitting. It's in my interest to help you. What are you offering, Arya? On Omega, I kept the Blood Pack, Blue Suns, and Eclipse in check. Now they're running amok. Nobody wants that.
Yep.
Unite them under my rule, and you'll have a powerful and ruthless force for your war.
So essentially,
I've
Arya's
laid
got the
groundwork
deal where if you
all
get her a
years.
mercenary army, she'll give
I
you
just
a
need
mercenary
to
army.
close the deals.
So
Give a
it's
criminal a gun
sort of
and shoot you in
the
back.
bear the devil you know
They
scenario.
already have guns, Shepard. I'll make sure they point them at the Reapers. I'm trying to help you. Why don't you think it over? Meet with Gnarl, my agent who's dealing with the Blood Pack. The Blue Suns leader is incognito here on the Citadel. He'll be expecting you. And I already have a deal with Jonas Sedaris, the Eclipse leader. You just have to get your friend, Commander Bailey, to let her out of jail. You obviously don't know Bailey very well.
No,
Bailey
she doesn't.
respects you. Lean on him. I think a united force of professional mercs is worth it. Don't you?
Yeah, I'll make
It's
my own
always a
decisions,
pleasure,
lady.
Shepard. Let me know if you want to talk later.
Yeah, we'll talk later when I don't think you're a crazy person. James is on the lower bar. And I'm not sure where the lower bar is, but I'm leaving anyway. See, I'm going in the wrong direction. Purgatory was one of those areas that was talked about but never actually got to in the second game. Or in the first game, for that matter. This is cool. I like this little scene with James. There he is.
Hey, Commander. Nice to see you down here in the dirt with us grunts.
You think I don't like getting dirty?
Oh, now, come on. I didn't mean anything by it, Commander.
Uh-huh. What did you mean then?
See those Marines over there? None of them officers, just soldiers fighting the war.
Yeah?
They've been buying me drinks all night. You know why? Same reason they got all quiet and serious when you walked
You don't seem intimidated by me in the least. In fact, you could use a little more deference.
in. Sure, but I've fought with you. I've seen you in action.
Yep.
Now, don't get me wrong, you're good. Probably one of the best.
Probably?
And you fill out a uniform like nobody's business. Just saying.
Again, Freddie Prinze Jr. Very good choice for this
But
character.
not then.
Nope. Hell, I still remember the day they made you the first human Spectre. I watched it on the vids just like all of them. But to them, you're still larger than life.
I've seen a hell of a lot, but I'm still
Yeah,
just a
great.
soldier.
I'm now a
Still one of
freaking
them.
boy band song.
Sure, but they don't know you. They just know what they've been told. Listen, you want them to see you're one of us, right?
Maybe.
Then buy them around.
I like the way you think, Lieutenant.
Compadres, hey! The commander would like you to have a drink. On her. So here's to us.
Who's like us?
Damn few. And they're all dead.
It's an honor meeting you, Commander.
Thanks, but we're all in this together. Every one of us has a part to play.
True enough. Cheers.
Cheers.
And see, I don't know why they treat that as a renegade. Because that seems like the right thing to
Thanks
do
for
to
the
me.
warning.
But then again,
Drink.
my father was a soldier, so I kind of understand that that intelligence, that idea. And it doesn't actually give you renegade or paragon; its reputation only.
Commander Shepard.
Oh, here,
maybe
I
can
got
help.
this guy, the banner of the First Regiment.
Is
Yay!
waiting for you at Bay D-24.
He's all freaking excited and.
Do you a drink? Thank you. We'll hold that banner.
I like that. He's like, yeah, we'll hold the banner proudly when we take the homeworld back. It's like, dude, you'll be lucky if there's a homeworld left. So we're leaving. I think we're going to go see Liara down on the first floor. It's funny. I almost feel like they overcompensated in this game because you barely spent any time on the Citadel in the first game and you could not explore it. I'm sorry, not the first game, the second game. In the first game, you spent way too much time on the Citadel and were exploring the crud out of it. In the second game, you could go to the Citadel, but like the only places you could go were like like 4 or 5 sections, and that was it. And there was very little to do there. In this game, they're trying to give you plenty of stuff to do, but they're also trying to keep the map minimal and limited, so that you don't spend too much time there. It's like, make up your minds. Bar LaVon. There's a Bar LaVon scenario in this one. And it's always interesting because there's all kinds of secret hidden stuff you can talk to.
Is there anything else we can do?
You two could save lives by helping doctors in the refugee camps.
Thanks. Who was that?
And she's all freaked out and it's like, who's this chick? And the other guy's like, that's Commander Shepard, the first human Spectre. So let's shut up and do what she says. And here's something I mentioned earlier was the weapons and armor you could get and the upgrades for them, which are pretty cool. Always prepared. Yeah, pardon me. And see, that's LaVon, and I recognize LaVon from the first game.
Now would be unwise. I'm aware of what's happening. Offload them into the Motan cluster. And then I'd advise traveling someplace safer. I wouldn't go to the settled worlds.
LaVon's still doing his old job.
I think I'm ready to end it with him. Things weren't great even before.
There's some sort of side story with that Asari about someone she's breaking up with, and I don't believe I ever really pursued it. And I think I'm going to go have a discussion with...
Who cares about them?
Oh yeah, I'm going to go give these guys some
I've seen
issues.
Paladin burning. Those fires aren't going out anytime soon. If you can help.
Look, Cyrus, you want to sell your shares of Walkfly.
I like that you can actually tell people, you know, to do something about the problems that are out there. If there was one thing that I liked about this game, it was the intent behind it, that you tried to make such a big difference and that your actions could have some sort of impact. But at the same time, well, when we get to the ending, we'll discuss it, but...
We'll be here in a minute.
What the hell are you talking about?
Crete, Bloodpack's leader. Arya brings him the great commander Shepard. Crete pledges the gang to her. We're just luring him into the open so we can take him out.
Not the best start to our friendship, Gnarl.
He's coming. Put your hands behind your back and try to look like I beat you up or something.
This goes wrong, it's your ass.
Quiet.
And he thinks I'm joking. I will kill him.
Even more powerful than Crete thought. Her instructions on boarding Citadel undetected were one thing. Now this.
Ah, the Vorcha. If ever this game, or the game series in general, just needed cannon fodder bad guys, the Vorcha fit it perfectly. They were just absolutely
Keep your
wretched.
distance, Crete. So, do you agree to Arya's terms?
Most definitely. Arya can use Bloodpack as she sees fit.
Wasn't talking to you, dummy.
Wasn't talking to you, Crete. Grill?
What? You have my word. Now open fire!
Bye!
Not him. Grill's next in line to take over. Arya's deal is with him.
Yes. Yes. I'm Arya's mole, Shepard. You've scratched my back. Now I'll scratch yours.
Word of advice, don't double-cross Arya.
Yeah, people who do don't
I
tend
may
to live
be
long.
ambitious, but I'm not crazy.
Uh-huh. Good work, Gnarl. Thanks for the gun.
Anytime, Shepard. Grill and I will let Arya know the light is green.
Grill's actually one of her security guards from the last game. So I'm guessing that he remembers you from the last game. Now, I believe I'm going to go pester Edie and Joker for yucks.
I don't think I can do this anymore.
Look at these crazies.
I thought our training prepared us for everything.
I love that he's like, I thought my training prepared us for everything. I got news for you. No training prepares you for this.
Problematic. We must find a way to stabilize the heating units.
Another side mission. I love that the side missions literally open up just by you wandering around. More weapons.
I can't help you. Are you keeping this guy at work while there's a war on?
Well, it's his job, right?
Actually, I'm supposed to be on break. Contacting the family I haven't heard from in days.
Yeah. I guess maybe a war's a bad time.
Maybe?
Welcome to Agor Munitions.
I think that little side thing is the is a running gag from the last 2 games where he's been trying to get a refund for like years, and I accidentally didn't realize what it was at first, so I sided with the clerk. And what I thought was hilarious was the clerk just gives him the cold shoulder, but I found out if you side with the customer, he gets a refund for 15 credits for a toaster. Seriously, what the... You know? Model Citadel. Great. I'm almost completely broke. There's Edie.
Welcome to Casa Fabrication Weaponry.
Model Alliance Kodiak. Cool.
Thank you for shopping at Casa Fabrication.
I love it.
You look like you're gathering data. That is a safe assumption. Anything
I find it hilarious that, all the worry about the geth and everything in the previous games, and here's Edie walking around in a robot body, and nobody so much as bats an eye. And then Joker actually explains why later.
I believe he has a strong affectionate attachment to me, but he has not stated it to anyone yet.
Yeah, Joker's in love with Edie. Shock and awe.
Is romantically invested.
They'll usually show signs they can't stop thinking about you. You know, asking you out, giving you presents, maybe playing music.
Which is a joke from part 2, where if you romance Garrus as a female Shepard, when he shows up in her cabin, the first thing he does is give her wine and turn on music. So, yeah.
That's not how to think of it. It's gotta be natural. You need chemistry.
I see. There are a number of pharmaceuticals I could inject to simulate the desired emotional state.
That's not what she means, Edie.
No, I mean relax and do something you both like. Something simple. For example, you both like humor.
Correct. I will see if there are comedic entertainment shows being presented on the Citadel. Scanning. Do you think he would like The Man Who Hung Himself? It appears to be about an amorous plastic surgeon.
I couldn't bring myself to tell her no because I wanted to see where it went.
Wherever you go. And if you're having fun, he probably will too.
Then the outcome is an unknown quantity. But you are saying
nobody ever fell in love without being a little bit brave.
Uh-huh.
I see. I believe you have...
I like that there's a chance that you can get Edie and Joker together, but I also thought it was somewhat creepy.
Check it out. Big news! The Blasto movie is breaking opening week records. There's also a big expose on Quasar tournaments, tips on how to make your apartment look bigger, and
oh yeah,
a big-ass Reaper invasion. These people have no idea.
When big events shake up the galaxy, people cling to what's familiar.
True enough.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It's better than riots in the streets.
I guess. I just wish there were a middle ground. You know, a little less gardening advice, a little more war prep.
It'll happen. Once there's something people can do to help.
Meanwhile, they ignore the unshackled AI walking around the Presidium.
Like I said.
No, she's my mobility assistance mech. Thanks to Vrolic syndrome, I'm legally entitled to bring her everywhere.
So because of his illness, he's actually abusing it to make sure Edie can go wherever he wants her to. That's hilarious.
She's earned a little shore leave.
And you just see that smirk on Shepard. She knows where this is going. I like it, and I love that they gave Joker someone he could latch onto beyond Shepard, because it always felt like, aside from Shepard, Joker didn't have anyone he could really relate to, being locked into the cockpit like it was. And I love that they gave him a character he could follow and a person he could attach to. I didn't like that it felt just sort of a little bit weird that it was a mech. But then again, I mean, you know, this is the Mass Effect universe. Weirder stuff has happened. Oh, and there's those two again.
I remember you two. Michael and Rebecca, right?
In the first 2 games, you could actually help them make decisions about a child they were going to have.
Things are bad out there.
We will.
And you could actually help them come to decisions and determine the best course of action. I found out that depending upon your actions, it really didn't make too big of a difference because it always wound up with the kid being healthy and everything in the end. But
Still working?
I still thought that was hilarious that you could have one little side conversation that progressed through all 3 games.
The last time I saw the Presidium, remember how it was all rubble after Sovereign attacked?
Yeah.
Barely got to see the
I remember walking up the side of the Presidium with that thing hanging over me.
By the time they repaired it, it was time for the next invasion. Citadel hasn't seen the reality of this war yet. We should stock up on necessities while we can.
Such as?
EZO, heavy arms, mercenary groups.
You really need to chill out.
Forget the people. Take a moment for yourself now and then.
I know. But there's always just one more task or meeting. Speaking of which, talk to the
We're about to wrap up here.
He'll point you to
And
some
I'll see you
mercenaries
next
willing
time,
to join
folks.
us.